I have no idea how YouTube picks the thumbnails that it does for his picture, so I don't know if I gotta be like this the entire time so my thumbnails don't look all want to be that. Okay, guys, it's finally my RP Q&A video. Sorry it's taking me a while. I just didn't feel like recording yesterday. I was like, nah, so I just blobbed out on the sofa and watched Grays. But all right, I have the thing pulled up on Facebook, and I'm just going to go down it. I don't know if I'm going to cover all the questions because I do tend to ramble a bit, and I don't know if this will turn into like a freaking like 8-hour video. So the first question is from Rob. What made you choose the characters you RP as? There's so many of them. I don't even know what I was thinking half the time when I created them. Well, when Christina first proposed the idea of doing the RP, I kind of joked and said I was going to first come on as Sheila, the lunch lady, and we thankfully I didn't because I probably wouldn't have stuck around for very long if I was her. So I decided to pick Anya first because I felt sort of a connection with her. She reminded me a lot, most of like how I would have been like in school if I was like girly and everything. I guess in a sense I kind of was, but not like on the spirit like cheerleading squad or anything like that. Or I didn't like dress all nice, but I kind of had that same mentality of like the romantic type, belong like always like boy crazy. The whole LARPing thing. I think the LARPing thing's what sold me on her because I mean that's basically me. I mean, what are we doing here? We're role playing. It's kind of like online LARPing, and I guess I kind of do that sometimes when I dress up in my costumes with the cosplay. So yeah, so I picked her because I related the most to her, and then after that I picked Adam because I don't know, he kind of. I don't know, why did I pick Adam? I mean, he just seemed like such a cool guy, and I always wondered if I could be able to pull like to play him because he's just so Adamy. I don't know, he's just a cute guy. I wanted to play him, and that's when I started kind of getting obsessed with creating more and more characters. And then I created Simpson. Was there a purpose for Simpson? I can't remember if I was just bored and like I'm gonna make another account. I mean, a lot of these were just I'm bored. I'm gonna make another account. Why did I pick Simpson? Shoot, this might be a video for just this one question alone. I watched Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High when I was in middle school, and Simpson, like Archie, was always kind of the goofy kind. Snake, why I call him Archie Snake. I don't know. He always made me laugh. Like, but he was like a little bit more serious than Joey. But I mean, at times, like whenever he had his moments, like I just crack up. And then when they came back in Degrassi Next Generation, like he just seemed like a total goofball, and and sometimes like in pictures or whatever that I found online, he just kind of seemed a little bit like he could be like a secret creep, and I decided to kind of go with that. Oh my gosh. My intentions weren't really at the very beginning, I promise you guys, was not really to make him the way he turned out. That happened, I think, on the first day I made him. Like, after just interacting with some people, I'm like, it just started to creep. It just started happening. I lost control over him. And I'm not very upset about that either because, I mean, he's this lovable pervert. And on the most part, he's harmless. Like, he won't, like, I know I always joke around about having him, like, cheat on Spike, and technically he did with Audra at the mansion in this. I'm sorry for Adam and Imogen for witnessing that. um, but but he loves his wife. I mean, he loves her so much, and she's a real hard woman to love. And I guess because Matt and I portray Snake and the Spike very similar to how Boycott the Calf had it. So, yeah. Tim. Well, I wanted to play a gay character, and he was one of my first secret characters, and I was wondering if I could actually pull off playing a gay character without people knowing it's me. And when Tim was on the show, I thought he was a total cutie. He had potential of being a bigger character on the program. I don't know why they didn't keep him. I mean, but hell, you know how Degrassi is. They filter through people like crazy. And so I thought it'd be interesting to bring him back and have more of a development with him to show like how he turned out. And I mean, I kind of have him suffer a little bit from depression, and he doesn't like rejection, and he feels like Sully and him didn't work out, and like he's just been kind of low. I'm trying to bring him back. He's he's doing better in my head, like what I picture he is right now. But I know he's not like all there. He's still hung up on Sully, and I don't know what's gonna happen there. But I will be bringing him back pretty soon. So yeah, I was kind of happy that some people didn't realize that was him. His first night there, he participated in this orgy, and only Rob knew who I was at the time. He participated in the orgy with Jay and Sully, and oh my god, I was so proud of myself that night. I gave myself a pat on the back when it was finished. I was like, yes, Jess, yes. And so yeah, I liked him. He's my lovable guy, and I'm gonna play him more. Sauvé. Originally, when I went to college, I wanted to be a psychologist. I was in the classes and everything for it, but then they got a little too hard for me, and I had to switch that to my minor, and then I went to advertising. And so I was kind of wanted to be a counselor. I've been told like I could still pursue it if I want to, and I know I need a lot more schooling for that. But I was kind of just wanted to play a character that would be there for whoever's going through issues and just kind of talk them through it. Even though most of the time I just mainly like having her like sit there and listen, which is hard to do with RP because you can't be there listens. I mean you have to write back. And I'm not a professional by any means. Like I would like to be someday. So yeah, she was sort of kind of like my counseling side. Haig. I wanted to play a hated character, and he's hated. Because I always thought like people were playing like I know Fitz, like he's a hated character, and especially after the rape, and I was wondering if I could pull it off too, because Ross does such an amazing job as Fitz. So after I created Haig, I realized pretty early on that, oh my god, you're playing a character that nobody can stand, and people make fun of his appearance a lot. And I know it's role play, you shouldn't let it get to you. And most of the times I don't, because I'm aware of what I'm doing. But like if you keep hearing it all the time, like the same thing, like going, oh man, oh. So that's when I made the paper bag picture. Oh my gosh, I should bring that as his profile picture. But he doesn't think he's a bad looking guy. He thinks he's pretty studly, and I know I need to get more happening there with him and Tessa. I'll get back on that, Kate. They're in the middle of I guess a date. I don't know what's going on, and he needs to get home. He's been away from his home for a while. God, when he dated Fariza. Oh my God. Fariza. Okay. God, who else? Well, I added Towers the other day. That one, he was just, I'm bored. Let's make somebody. And who's the most like pointless character you can make? A character that I never even talked. So he's a mute. And I got on them yesterday. Actually, I was kind of entertaining for a little bit. Amy. Oh gosh, Amy. That was another one that I was wondering if I could trick you guys into thinking who played her or not. If you guys realize I played her or not. I know what gave me away with my damn location on Facebook, and I was so pissed. But she was hard to play. And I mean, I try to get on her still, but she's really hard to play. I don't know what I was thinking when I had her type like that. In my mind, she is just horribly drunk all the time. And whenever I speak, I mean, we've all been there when you talk to somebody who's wasted, like they just can't put a sentence together. I mean, it's just really hard to follow. And so I just have it that she's drunk all the time. And that's where the bad spelling comes from. I don't know if anybody remembers when I had her in rehab, it was actually, her spelling was actually improving. I made that a point in there, and she might need to go back to rehab. She's going to be in and out of that place. So that was Amy, and I was so happy I was able to fool you guys for as long as I did with that one. I was rather proud of myself. I don't really consider Toby, Dave, Raj, or Zane my characters. Those were Dave's. I know I try to get on them once in a while, but those are ones I'd just rather give up because maybe not Toby. And I don't know what Dave was thinking when he made that his profile picture. I just came in when he was working on Photoshop and I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? In his favorite line, Toby Isaacs calls the shots. Oh, man. I'm trying to remember if I outed everybody or not. I wanted to get a stripper character, so Fancy Galore was made. I think she served a purpose when she was first created, and I can't remember why. I don't know if it was for a bachelor party or what. It might have been for Johnny's bachelor party when they got married the first time around, but I just can't remember. Rufus and Jack Simpson. Well, we wanted to kind of expand the family a little bit there, so that was them. And I got a text. Okay. Yeah, so they were mainly just created to expand the family. There was like no intention on really doing much with those characters. It's just they're just there for filler every once in a while. Allison. I always thought that Allison and Amy had a very Romeo and Michelle type of friendship, and I was so glad that an Amy was made to go with my Allison, and I love them together because they're god awful and they don't care. They think the world revolves around them, and they're like one of my favorite friendships on here. Actually, I wish I would get on her more, but she's tough to play because she plays more of my bitchy side, which I don't like to have come out very often, and I feel like I fail at it because I'm just always like, ah. Yeah, why is this still blinking? Oh. Okay. Man, Allison, I need to get back on her. I like her giving Jay a hard time because everybody, like, whenever, like, it seems like whenever everybody had sex with Jay, like, it was always, like, this great thing or whatever, and, like, I decided to make it a little bit more challenging and have it that Jay does not know what he's doing when it comes down to sex. That he's just more of like selfish lover and all that stuff, and she really wants somebody who's more than that. And I know you hate that, Cole. I know you got so mad at me that night, but I don't care. You're gonna have to work for it on this girl. Okay. Let's see. Who else? God, I don't want to reveal. I don't know who I've revealed or not. You know what? It doesn't really matter. Okay, Don Perino. I love Don. Like he's always kind of like a sarcastic asshole teacher, but he's a really good teacher, and I just wanted to play him. Like I don't think I'd really do that good of a job, but whenever I think of him, like I get all smiley because he's such a jerk, but he has like the best intentions at heart, and I just wanted to play that. I like it whenever he interacts with Armstrong and they badmouth Simpson. Sometimes I feel like I need to go on Simpson to bicker with it more, but Simpson thinks he's like the best principal in the world, so like it matters. I feel like I should go through my list on here, and I know I'm missing a lot of characters. You know what? Let's go through my friends list. This is really bad when you can't remember who all you play. This is so sad. Okay, let's go to here. And friends. Wow, I can't remember all my characters. Oh gosh. I remember I made Carl. Carl was basically Han's friend. They both were in Die Hard together, and I thought it would be hilarious just to have the two of them meet up and just like troll people in German. I should get back on him too. I need to get back on a lot of these characters. So Carl was kind of made out of boredom also, and I just felt like having a little bit of a Die Hard reunion on here. Harold and Pam McPherson. I didn't want anybody else to play her parents. That's why I created that account, because I wanted to have full control over them for my storylines. And yeah, that's only the only reason why I created them. And plus, I like playing the parents every once in a while when they get upset. Do, 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 do. I'm my own friend on here? Wow, I didn't realize that. Goodness, I thought I had more people than this. Oh, maybe I did cover everybody. Maybe I did. Guys, I think I maybe got everybody. This is the most exciting couple minutes I've ever taken part in. I hope you guys enjoy it. I gave that character away, so I'm not revealing the source on that one. Hey, Dom. That's a secret character I haven't outed yet. I've outed this one, but only in a group. I'm not ready to say that one yet. I do play Lawan Jacobs. That's Amy's on-again, off-again boyfriend. I wanted her to have a guy, a boyfriend that wasn't part of Degrassi, to kind of show that she had a life outside of that circle. And I need to get back. I need to get on talking to other people. Gosh, he was a lot of fun to play when I did play him. I'm gonna keep that one. See, Vincent. Okay, Vincent wasn't one I planned. When Anya and Johnny first got married, Petey gave me the login info for Vince because we had to do the whole wedding all over again because Matt couldn't make it to the first time around. And basically, that started us kind of sharing the character. And then when Petey left, it got dropped in my lap. And I know I play him like such a stereotype, and it makes me feel so bad. But people seem to enjoy him, so I just keep it going. I had a whole thing between him and Hazel at the women's center. Like, oh my god, I felt so horrible for what I was doing to the character, like to Hazel. It was not right, but that's just the way he is, and that just kind of serves some weird side of my mind, I guess. Moving on. Ethan Coyne, I was asked to play him, so I don't think I do a very good job. But I like him to be very romantic and just very in love with his wife. And yeah, I just pictured him being a total romantic. I don't know why. They never really did anything on the show to cause that. But the way that in his profile picture, the way that he and Laura, I think her name's Laura, looks at each other, it's just, I don't know, it just gets me right here. So that's him. Oh, Wheels. Oh, I blocked him out. Ever since we found out that Neil Hope was passed away, even though like he died like a long time ago, I had been feeling very was wanting to play him. And I know like that shouldn't bother me. Like just keep going on. It's not like the character died, but yet it's still just funky. But Wheels actually was my favorite character in the original, and he was just so angry and complex, and I really wanted a challenge with him, and he's given me one, and I love him with Heather. Like they're so cute together. They were like my favorite couple in the show, even though they never were a couple. But I don't know, they just worked well together, and so with Wheels, I like Wheels. Okay, Raditch. He was a secret character for a brief period of time. He was just basically Degrassi. Like, he was there from the beginning, even though he left in, fourth or fifth season? Like, I want him back. But I wanted to see if I could play an older man, and he hasn't really been back since that party where he tased Jay. Oh my god, Jay was so really dramatic about that, of course. And freaking Stephanie K was just freaking out. It was madness. But yeah, I just wanted to see if I could play an older man. And I think that's it. Yes, that's it. Wow, I went over all my characters that I think I've revealed to you guys. I know there were a few in there I didn't talk about, but I mean, you can mention in the comments if I've outed them or not, because honestly, I can't remember. And you know what? This is going to be the end of this video because it has gone on for 20 minutes. But I will go ahead and answer other ones later. So, farewell.